Where's my solicitor, Sergeant? Sergeant! I don't like it being stuck in little places like this.
Well, that's why people make little places like this, so that people like you won't like it. Architects go to a lot of trouble. Why do you think they put you in here anyway?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you should cast your mind back to last night.
Harry Spring's in hospital.
Well, the old boy, Derek Spring's dad.
Yeah, it's OK, I'll hold. The kid we got downstairs, Pritchard. He was caught by night duty red-handed breaking into Spring's place. This was after Harry Spring had left in an ambulance.
An opportunist.
Well, night duty reckoned the kid had been in the place once before already. Spring said a young lad had knocked him about. Yeah, OK, I'll get back to you. So, I want you to go to St Hugh's and talk to Spring and see if any of this links in with me bringing his son in yesterday.
In what way?
Any way you want. He's already been seen by night duty, but try it on. He's old, he's feeling frail, his defences are down. So see what you can get about Derek, and see what the old man knows about the Rolex watches.
How badly hurt this Spring?
Got a broken rib and a bang on the head.
Is he fit to be interviewed?
No member of the Spring family is ever happy to talk to the police. But he doesn't have much of an option at the moment, so let's not waste it.
Yeah, but if Brando loses his job, how's he going to pay his mortgage?
Well, I suppose he'll have to sell a Spanish timeshare or two. Hello, what's this lad doing here?
Rod.
Morning, sir.
Morning. What notes did Alan Worsley from last night?
Ambulance was called to Harry Spring's place about 3 a.m, anonymously. Paramedics got no reply. Night duty were called to break down the door, and they found Spring in the kitchen. He came to, started ranting about a young burglar, skinny kid with crooked teeth.
Pritchard.
Night duty said they'd keep a close eye until the locksmith got there.
Did they have a look around?
Yeah, a quick one. A lot of iffy gear. Pritchard came along about half an hour later and made straight for a broken window around the side. Night duty pulled him out by his trainers.
OK, thanks, Rod.
So you had Spring's son in then yesterday?
Derek, yeah, I had him in for a chat. He's fencing Rolex watches. I know he is. From a West End job. The jeweller got knocked about.
So have you come up against them before?
I put the other son away 18 months ago. It'd be nice to keep the family together.
If you won't talk to us, we can't help you.
We need to let your mum and dad know that you're safe. Otherwise, they'll worry.
Sierra Oscar at 171.
Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah, we're in the children's playground near Askill Road. We've got a young lad with us. We need to bring him in.
I'll send someone down.
He's in the gents. There he is.
Mr. Spring, how you feeling? Yes, Greg, Sunhill? I'd like to have a little talk to you about your break-in last night.
Talk won't fix it.
I understand a young lad gave you a bit of a pasting.
You've never seen a pasting, then?
Well, you've got, what, broken rib, 2 broken fingers, dislocated shoulder, nasty cut to your head.
When you hear the kids in, come and visit. Then you'll see a pasting.
Well, you left the punishment to us, Mr. Spring. Could you describe your attacker?
Forget about the boy, dearest Greg. It's best.
Last night you said he was skinny with crooked teeth.
So are you.
We have a lad fitting that description in a cell at Sun Hill. He was nicked getting into a window of your house half an hour after you left for hospital.
So?
Like I said to him, Sarge, if he don't talk to us, we can't help him, can we?
You been out all night, son? Had a row with your mum and dad? Do you like egg and bacon? Sausages? Baked beans?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you make a habit of battering frail old pensioners, Ryan?
I didn't batter him. It was like that when I found him.
After you'd broken into his house?
I called an ambulance for him.
What, first you knock him about, then you call an ambulance?
I didn't knock him about.
There wasn't anybody else in the house, Ryan.
He fell down the stairs.
He says you gave him a pasting.
He's lying.
So you broke into the house, you found him lying there, you called an ambulance. That's practically a good Samaritan.
Only that's not the way the old boy tells it.
He says you gave him a pasting. Now, that's not just burglary, Ryan. They put you away for that sort of thing, you know.
Beating up pensioners.
He's a liar. I hardly touched him.
But you did touch him, did you?
He was like that when I found him.
Yeah?
He wanted me to call an ambulance for him.
And?
I said, what's in it for me?
He might open up a bit when he's filled his stomach.
He hasn't said anything at all, then? Has he been reported missing?
Not yet.
Have the FME look at him and see if social services could send you around some warmer clothes.
Right.
Hollis can look after the boy.
Pritchard wanted paying for calling an ambulance.
Something to make it worth his while.
There's a young man firmly in tune with the enterprise culture.
Well, Harry Spring offered him 50 quid to find a call box.
And did he?
Yes, he did. We checked it with CAD. The young man, phone box, wouldn't leave a name round about the same time. But when he got back, Spring wouldn't pay him.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, Spring decided to hang on till the ambulance got there.
So Pritchard assaulted him?
Well, I think Pritchard's telling the truth when he said that Spring was already in a bad way. 2 broken fingers, dislocated shoulder, bang on the head. It's consistent with being butted and then falling. But he did have a broken rib.
Did Pritchard kick him?
Well, neither of them will say so.
The Spring dynasty.
You done? Right. Better get these in my office, eh? You going to tell me your name now?
John.
John. Right, John. I'm going to have to try and get you back where you belong. It's a nice watch.
Dad gave it to me.
Yeah? Have a look at it.
Morning, sister.
If you're after Mr. Spring, he signed himself out.
How long ago?
15 minutes, against medical advice.
Did he say where he was going?
I'm afraid I didn't ask. Excuse me.
Derek Spring's wife, the old man's daughter-in-law. You going to a car boot sale?
Probably not now, no.
Come on, girl. Get a move on.
Shut up, Harry. You got people here.
Hello, Mr. Spring. We thought you might need a hand shifting some of this stuff.
I'm not saying you stole it, son. All I'm saying is it was stolen from a jewellery shop in the West End, and a man was badly hurt in the robbery.
My dad gave it to me.
Yes, you've already told us that your dad gave it to you. What we were wondering is where your dad got it from. And we'd like to know where he is so we can ask him.
John, we need to talk to your dad, because perhaps he can help us find the people who stole the watch.
Maybe you could tell us where he lives.
I don't know.
You don't know where your dad lives?
What about your mum? Come on, then.
Are you sure the old guy's fit to be put in a cell?
Boyden will get the FME to look at him.
We could interview him right away, then bail him.
Perhaps you should send out some grapes and a bunch of flowers.
Look, I'm just saying, he's an old guy. He's got some nasty injuries.
He probably deserves them.
Well, maybe he does.
Gov, Sergeant Cryer's in number 4. He's got a kid brought in for a place of safety. He was wearing one of those Rolexes you arrested Derek Spring for.
Where'd you get it?
Well, he said his dad gave it him.
And when did he get it?
He's not been very forthcoming about all that, sir.
Oh, let's see if we can persuade him. Is that all right, Alistair?
It's a very expensive watch, isn't it? Ah, sir. This is Malcolm Preston from Social Services. See John.
D.C.I. Meadows.
Hi. And this is John.
Hello, John.
Are you the governor?
I am, yes.
I don't think John is one of ours, but it might be as well if we took him off your hands. Somewhere more congenial.
Well, I don't know whether Sergeant Cryer's mentioned this to you, but when we found John, he was in possession of some stolen property. And we need to have words with him about that.
He has been here several hours, and he has been questioned about the watch already.
Well, so far he's told us very little. And I think he can help me a lot.
I only want to speak to the governor. Watched a video.
Which one?
Star Trek.
Was it good? What time did your dad get back from the pub?
Nearly midnight.
And he had the watch with him. Anything else?
He had 6 watches. Said I could choose one. He'd been drinking.
And you chose this one? What then?
He fell asleep in the chair. I in the bed. Bit late, there was banging on the door. About 1 o'clock, I looked at the watch.
And did your dad answer it?
I had to go and wake him up. The bloke was shouting.
And then your dad answered the door?
The bloke pushed the door open. He pushed my dad. He was shouting about the watches. Said they were his.
What did your dad do?
He tried pushing the man back out again. He was a bit bigger than my dad, the other bloke. He saw my watch. Tried to grab it off of me. My dad went mad.
And then what happened?
They were fighting in the sitting room. The other bloke slipped on the video box and fell over and banged his head on the coffee table. My dad started hitting him.
Hitting him with his fist?
The television. He saw me watching. Then he shouted at me to tell me to get lost. So I did.
Was the other man badly hurt?
He started it.
Has the FME had a look at Harry Spring yet?
Just left.
And?
He'll live.
Right, I'll interview him as soon as I finish here. Thanks. You wanted to see me?
I'm worried about my husband, Derek.
Why?
He didn't come home last night.
When did you last see him?
He was in here till about 9, talking to your governor. He got home 10-ish, had something to eat, went over to his dad's place.
And what does Harry say?
He says he came round, left about midnight, 1 o'clock. Didn't say where he was going.
You think that's right?
He looked like an honest man.
Never seen it before.
What about these? I'm showing the suspect 4 Rolex watches removed during a search of his house earlier today.
I've never seen them either.
You were there when we pulled them out of the drawer in your wardrobe, Mr. Spring.
That was the first time I've seen them.
So how did they come to be in your house?
Someone else put them there.
Someone like who?
Derek.
They belong to your son.
He leaves stuff in the house. I don't like it, but there's not much I can do.
An eyewitness reports seeing a man who fits the description of your son, Derek, forcing an entry into a flat, assaulting the tenant and his son in an attempt to retrieve 6 Rolex watches. 6 more from a batch of 10 that were stolen from the same robbery. 6 watches bought from a man in a pub. And this was one of them.
Did you sell this watch and 5 similar ones to a man called David Sampson, Mr. Spring?
No.
Is that why Derek nutted you? Because you sold his stuff? You didn't know they were real, did you? You thought they were the usual old fakes. What'd you get for them, a £5 apiece? No wonder Derek was mad.
Could be that Derek needs your help now, though, Mr. Spring. The witness reports him coming off worse in this disagreement with David Sampson. And his wife says he didn't come home last night. Your son might be badly injured somewhere.
So, why didn't you ask this...
David Sampson?
Yeah.
We don't know where he lives, Mr. Spring. The witness couldn't tell us.
I bet you could.
I don't believe he won't help his own son.
What's Derek done for him?
I'm just talking about basic family, blood's thicker than water and all that.
It was Derek who put him in hospital.
He might be lying dead somewhere.
Well, there's no helping him anyway, then, is there?
Yeah. Well, his mother's on holiday until the end of the week. OK, I'll hear from you then. Right, great, thanks. Bye.
You went in, John.
Here's a good one for you.
Sarge?
That lad that Gary and Reg brought in this morning, we got a name for him. It's a John Sampson. Now, he's been living with his dad somewhere in the area, a David Sampson. The problem is he can't remember where. Well, he spends most of his time living with his mum in Devon. Now, the dad's just moved into Sunhill and the boy's been staying with him for a couple of days. He runs away last night and can't find his way home. And we don't have a record on David Sampson.
Contact the mother?
No, she's on holiday. That's why the boy's staying with the dad.
And the father hasn't been in to report his son missing?
Uh-uh.
Description of the father?
Well, not a lot of use. The lad says he's got brown hair, blue eyes, average height, he wears jeans and trainers. Plus, the father could be in trouble. The fight sounds quite vicious.
Do we know who he was fighting with?
Well, the D.C.I reckons it was Derek Spring.
Then he is in trouble.
There's a green door. Then you get up some stone stairs. Lots of other people live there. There's a long passage and sometimes there's a hot dog van.
This is a hot dog van, John. Is it in front of the building your dad lives in?
Yeah.
Bob, apparently Harry Spring drinks in the Tamworth Arms, sometimes the Two Eagles. So it could be that John's dad's living in the area.
Now, if you see anything familiar, just give me a shout, eh?
Where did your dad live before he moved to Sunhill, John?
Voss.
Do you look like your dad at all, John?
My mum says I'm getting like him.
What do you mean by that?
He's been in trouble. You police. Been arrested. She wouldn't have him anymore, so he came up here.
What about you? It won't go any further.
Stole something from the shop. Stole a jacket from the shop.
Did he get caught?
Mum said I thought that sort of thing was clever and go and live with my dad.
Reg! Haven't seen you for a good while.
You must have been behaving yourself then, Bear.
And this is?
Gary McCann.
Gary McCann, right. OK, well, Gary, don't suppose you're here escorting my pools, Wing?
Barry, Harry Spring wasn't in here last night, was he?
He was, Reg.
You've noticed who he was talking to, sir?
Talks to everybody, Harry. Quiet word here, quiet word there.
You didn't see him talking to anybody new in the area? David Sampson?
What's he look like?
White, average height, brown hair, jeans, trainers?
Lager top man?
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Know where he lives, this Sampson?
He forgot his wallet once. I poured his pint. He was gone and back inside 2 minutes.
John, what floor is it on, mate?
Get up some stairs.
Yeah, go on in, go.
Gary, you look after him, will you?
Right, come on, son, let's take a breather. Come on.
OK, Reg. Just do the glass, will you? Derek Spring. It's the first good news I've had all day.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for a young kid. My son.
How long's he been missing?
Last night.
From what address?
Well, we're just passing through. Staying with friends, you know. We're going back today.
Right. What's his name?
John.
John...
John Sampson.
Right. Could you, hold on a moment, please, sir? Yeah, Jim? Yeah, I've got Mr. Sampson here looking for his son, John. Right. Yeah, wait there a moment, please, sir.
David Sampson?
Yeah? Yeah? It was self-defence. John will tell you.
Your son says that Derek Springs slipped and banged his head, and then you started hitting him with the TV set.
He barged in, started pushing me about. He went for John. Banged him up against the wall. What was I supposed to do?
Give him the watches?
He didn't give me a chance. Ask John. He saw it all.
Why did you wait so long to report John missing?
I didn't know what I was doing. I went looking for him. I thought he probably told somebody, so I stayed away from the flat. I went back earlier and nothing had changed. So I thought maybe it was safe to try here. Find him, get away. Take him away, I don't know.
You were supposed to be looking after him for a week. You'll be detained here, and you'll be formally charged with the murder of Derek Spring. The CPS are unlikely to buy it. It's Sampson's word against Derek Springs, and Derek Springs' dead. And what the lad says basically backs up his father.
Well, we got rid of Derek Spring and recovered the stolen watches. You'd have settled for that this time yesterday afternoon.
It's John Sampson. You know, Harry Spring strikes again. Another life ruined.
That kid's young. He'll get over it. Besides, the Springs didn't exactly get off lightly.
His mother sent him up here to teach him a lesson.
Maybe he's learned it.
Maybe he's learned a different one.
Did it right there.
Yeah, I was quite pleased, really. It's difficult to place an entire family like that.
That's good.
Hello, John. Now, your mother's on the way, but she won't be here till about 9 o'clock. So Mr. Preston there's going to take you to see some more children. You can wait for her there.
What about my dad?
Well, we're going to have to ask him some more questions.
Is he dead? The other man?
Yes.
If I hadn't had the watch on, maybe he'd gone away.
It's not your fault, John. He wasn't that kind of a person.
If he hadn't seen it, he might have thought he'd come to the wrong place.
I don't think so.
Come on then, John. Let's go, eh? Cheerio.
It wasn't Derek Spring who came to the wrong place.